That's right. See, I knew. I could feel it in the air that tonight was the night for a late night stream. Especially considering that, yes, I am back from the work party. So, you know, what am I going to do? Just like hold this in until tomorrow night? I don't think so. We're still partying. That's right. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm glad to see you here. Turned in my first application. That's awesome. How many more to go? So there's one tomorrow. Tomorrow is very competitive. Damn. You got this. However it's supposed to work out, it will work out in some way. You know, you never know how things will change until they do, is what I always say. Like, there's no possible way to internalize the future as being real until it happens. So all you can do is have faith. You just gotta have faith that something will happen. But don't get too comfortable, because anytime things go well, they're going to go bad. Eventually. That's the roller coaster of life. Things will go bad, but then again, that's the opposite side of the coin. It will go good again. So if things feel like shit now, you can trust that it will get good. And if things are going great now, just be prepared. Because it might not stay good forever. Still waiting for an answer to my application. Dang, how long has it been? Job application? Oh man, applying for jobs is the worst. I was underemployed for like, honestly, most of my adult life. But the worst period was about 1.5 years before I got my current job, where I was just applying nonstop and just could not get consistent work that wasn't terrible. Yeah, I mean, speaking of work, I was at the work party tonight, and was pretty fun. As usual, they're always fun. Sadly, I did not really get a whole lot of intel on the girl that I like. The setup was not great for talking one-on-one with her. It was at it wasn't at like a venue or a space that we had rented out. Like for the last one, the last couple were at spaces that the company had rented out, and there was no like central seating area, so people were mingling and whatnot, so it made it really easy to kind of like approach her. But tonight there was just kind of like one big dining table with seats, and everyone was sitting down in this kind of small space, so it felt very awkward to just talk to her. And she was also sitting with other employees that spoke her native language, so, and also those two other employees I don't really know very well. So it felt very awkward. The idea of sitting next to them and engaging with them felt really awkward. But I did try at one point. I'll say the good thing that came from that was she asked me a question first out of everybody that I was talking to. She was the first one to ask me something about my day, which seems like a good sign. Like, if at the very least she's not uncomfortable talking to me, considering I've asked her out before and she's left me on red. I do think that I could have tried harder to perhaps reciprocate that energy and ask her directly, how was your day? How was your week? You know? But I felt really, I was very self-conscious. But next time. I also knew going into that situation that I wasn't going to put pressure at all on her. Like, I knew going into that situation I wasn't going there to necessarily level up my social link with her. All I wanted was to assess the vibe and also make it clear that I'm not some kind of threat, like she could feel safe in my presence. I'm not going to be fucking asking her out every time I see her. That's really all I wanted. And I think I accomplished that. But I am definitely sort of kicking myself. Like, damn, I should have fucking asked how was your day. But instead I felt the need to talk to everyone at once, which was good too, but I didn't necessarily have to do that the whole time. There are plenty of opportunities for me to do something different. I think you did great. You're respectful and aren't pushy. Yeah, I hope so. Part of my gut is telling me that she's not necessarily interested, but at least feels comfortable. But then the other part of me is saying, don't give up. But it's not a fucking video game, as much as I wish it was. If someone's not interested, they're not interested. You can't, like, pass the QuickTime event and make them interested in you. Life is not a QuickTime event. Life is not a dating sim. It's not, you can't, like, select the right dialogue tree options to increase their, increasing their infection levels doesn't come from passing the dialogue check. So, I don't know. I decided to leave before she did. I could have stayed longer and, like, seen if there would have been an opportunity, but I was getting tired, and again, I just wanted to display that I was there for me. I just wanted to be there for me, and the other thing was a side quest. Just there I go again. Maybe life is a video game after all. Thankfully, I did level up my social link with a homie coworker that I never had really talked to before, but knew that, like, we would be homies. But he mentioned that, like, he has to work tomorrow, and he's like, yeah, I guess I'm just gonna, like, be so tired and hungover I'll be at work watching anime on my phone. And I was like, oh really, what anime are you watching? He said Hunter x Hunter. I was like, dang, nice. And I showed him this Hunter x Hunter pin that I have on my bag. He was like, dang, what anime do you like? What's your favorite anime? And I told him GTO and Lane. And he said, oh, hell yeah, classics. I was like, damn, you know Lane? I usually don't tell people Lane because they usually don't know what Lane is. But he knew, and so at that point, I was like, okay, I gotta show him the list. I have a list of all of my favorite things on my phone. Especially, I have a list of my favorite anime series, favorite anime movies, favorite anime OVAs. And he knew, like, all of them. He's like, oh, Haibane Renmei, I've been meaning to watch that. That's the same artist that did Lane, right? He knew that it was the same artist, specifically. Like, I understand someone seeing Haibane Renmei and being like, oh, isn't that the same people that did Lane? Isn't that the same director as Lane? Isn't that the same production studio? But the same artist? Yeah, that's what it is. It's the same artist. And it's his thing. Like, he wrote it. And he knew that. I was like, damn. And he also knew this other obscure one on my list called Biohunter. I was like, dude, I have Biohunter. I said, like, oh, dang, how do you know Biohunter? I have that on VHS. And he was like, yeah, I picked up this lot of anime VHS a while back, and I have it in storage. And in my mind, I'm thinking anime lot. I guess maybe he bought like a dozen VHS tapes. And then he says, it was 800 tapes. And it had Biohunter and Wicked City, and he goes listing all this shit off. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? How do you have 800 anime VHS tapes in one go? I didn't even want to ask how much money he spent on that. That makes no sense. But yeah, so that was cool. And that was like at the end of the party, as I was about to leave. He got outweebed. At least it was nice, because usually I feel like I'm speaking a different language. He said the same thing. He was like, oh yeah, when I'm talking to people about anime, I usually don't mention some of the more obscure things. And I'm like, yeah, me too. I feel, it feels like I'm talking a different language with people sometimes. Although I did, we talked about video games a little bit, and I'm not sure if we're on the same wavelength exactly. I think he definitely appreciates video games. He's like, yeah, I've been trying to play, like, I want to play Persona 5 and whatever. Oh, he's saying I was trying to play Final Fantasy 7 Remake and Persona 5, but because I work so much, I only have time to play Marvel Rivals. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it was a great interaction. It also, like, Marvel Rivals probably is fun. I think we're on the same way. I think we have the same taste, for sure. It's just perhaps my interest in video games runs a little deeper than his, which is fair enough. I think my interest in video games is particularly grotesque in its intensity. But yeah, it was also a reminder that there are certain subjects when I'm out talking to people that just like make me feel like me. I don't know if you guys have experienced this at all, but if I'm ever in a social situation, there's a select few subjects that just like make me like come alive and make me feel safe even. It's like all the awkwardness immediately disappears if someone talks to me about anime that I like, or video games that I like, or movies, music. Like, I can chat with work people about work just fine, but it doesn't make my eyes light up the way that talking about anime does. So that was pretty awesome. And next time, I at least feel confident that the girl will reciprocate conversation with me next time. I'm not worried that she's going to be like uncomfortable. So next time, we'll see what paths in the dialogue tree open up. Well, this is creepy. Oh, what the fuck? Yo, dude, no fucking way. No fucking way. Did it really? What? Yo, come on, dude. Come on. Did they do that on purpose? Was that planned? Devs, did you plan that? No way. That was fucking crazy timing. Oh, there's another like language barrier thing that came up tonight when I was talking to someone who's... Whoa, wait, what the hell? Why does that happen? That happened again. Oh, the fuck? No way. They're on either side. I'm sandwiched. Are you not allowed to just hang out? They respawn? I think I knew that and I forgot. I forgot that you can't just like hang out in this game the way that you can in the first one. Is it loud enough to be able to hear the ambient dread in the background? This one has way more ambient dread than the first one, which I like and also dislike. Makes me feel more paranoid, but at the same time it makes the game more noisy. I liked how calm the first one felt at times. But the first one also like wasn't as scary in general. The ghosts were scarier for sure, the ghost designs, but I think the overall presentation and atmosphere was not as oppressive. This one feels like I'm just always in danger. I felt safe more often than I should have. Grass is always greener because it's covered in manure. That's a great point, actually. You know, there's a reason it might be greener. It's actually because it's full of shit. Damn, that's deep. Come on. Come on, get in my frame. My fatal frame. There you go. Alright. When does she unlock the Spirit AK-47? Good question. Let me know if I missed the rifle. Camera girl, the melee specialist. When does she... How do we unlock the chainsaw again? You have to beat the game, then find the gasoline. But you can only use the gasoline on the chainsaw or the power drill. You don't get both in your first New Game Plus playthrough. You have to choose one or the other. What the hell are they doing over there? A creepy parade of ghosts leading to some sort of ritual altar? We better go check it out. I learned English thanks to songs and the internet. That's awesome. What the fuck, man? Why? Dude, the devs definitely are doing this on purpose. That's fucking wild. Time to clean up this mess that I've created. For some reason, one of the twins always has its head broken off. Sometimes they are sculpted without a head from the start. Maybe it doesn't mean anything. Probably not. Well, this was awesome. This was a great little late night quickie.